Welcome to another Mission Mantle from Fellowship International Mission. We have missionaries all over the world with FIM. We're here in the home office here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And two of our missionaries are Marcia and Guillermo Aguilar from Venezuela. And you're here and preparing to go back to Venezuela again shortly. But Marcia, tell us a little bit about your story and how you ended up in Venezuela. You started as a single missionary, didn't you?
Yes, I was a single missionary for just about 7 years, and went to work at a Bible Institute. And while there, I went to church where there was a single pastor, and the church people loved inviting us over at the same time and played matchmaker, and we followed their lead and got married.
You were obedient to your church, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's great. What year was that?
That was it. We got married in 1992.
In 92, you continued serving in Venezuela for all those years. For the past 6 years, you've been here in the U.S. focusing on education needs, but you're preparing now and getting ready to go back to Venezuela. But your focus is on sending missionaries from Venezuela. You know, that's been a place where we might think of as we send missionaries to. Guillermo, what's the plan? Why is that? How is that going to happen? How are you going to be sending missionaries from Venezuela?
Well, it's always been our passion for that. And working, I grew up in a church, being all my life in a church, and seeing the missionaries coming and going from different places. And I think that's how God called me to work on training people and sending from Venezuela out. Now, the really kick, the vision was the situation with Venezuela, because our government is getting framed with a lot of places where the gospel is needed.
Yes.
So it's making a big deal with countries that they need the gospel.
And some of those countries are places where American missionaries really cannot go or have a very difficult time going. But from Venezuela, very
Exactly.
easy. Very
Exactly.
easy, yeah.
See, right now, Venezuela can go to China with no visa.
Wow.
They just can go with the sail and go there.
Yeah, and for an
some
American to go to, not only for an American to go there, but that would be of great suspicion and
Exactly.
much oversight.
Yes.
You know, missions has gone through many phases and many movements. Some refer to the North American missionary movement from about the mid 1800s with William Carey and Adoniram Judson and Hudson Taylor and those missionaries that went to China and Burma and really first took the gospel. That missionary movement, some say, is that wave is slowing down. The number of American missionaries traveling abroad is lower. But it's very exciting because God is raising up a missionary passion within some of the places that Americans and North Americans and Europeans once went to
Exactly.
as mission fields.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
Venezuela is one of those places.
Yes, and there is a lot of people in Venezuela that they are used to live the way people live in other countries, and make it easier for them to get adjusted to.
That's right. They're not expecting a three-bedroom house
Exactly.
and a retirement plan
Exactly.
and healthcare. They've never had those things, so it's much easier to
Much
acclimate.
easier to adapt. Yes.
Well, Guillermo, what's your plan? What's the strategy to raise up missionaries from Venezuela? Obviously, much like in the U.S., there's preparation, there's training, there's discipleship. So how are you seeking to establish that plan?
Okay, we're working right now in a missionary training center, and we're partnering with some brothers there and sisters. One of them used to be the director in the Bible Institute I graduated from.
Okay.
And so he got a lot of experience training people. And he's very excited about this plan because we're not trying to do a Bible Institute. We're trying to do make disciples that the intern make disciples themselves.
That's right.
So if they are really disciples, nothing's going to stop them. So they're going to go and continue the process to do disciples.
So it's not just about education. It's about young people, men and women, and not just young, any age, but their lives are changed by the gospel.
Exactly.
They become spiritually mature, and they're able to make disciples themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the pattern Jesus established for us.
That's the pattern. So that's one of the subject we're talking about. That even the people who's going to be teaching there, they have to be disciples. They're not just teachers.
That's
they
right.
went to school and they have a whole knowledge in their heads, but they're disciples, they're obeying, they're doing the work. And so that's mainly the focus. Yeah.
Well, watching these videos might be some FIM missionaries, might be some missionaries from other places, and quite a few folks that just want to learn about missions. It's very exciting. It's encouraging to know that the missions movement is not just something that that is the burden of the church in America. It is something that is within each of our hearts as we love the Lord and seek to make disciples. Thank you for listening to the Mission Mantle from Fellowship International Mission. To learn more about Marcia and Guillermo, contact us at www.fim.org, and we'd love to talk to you more about potentially your call to serve the Lord in missions or to partner with those who are going.